Hello everyone, Moran McKay here, and welcome back to part 6 of Falskaar. Okay, so, we're gonna question the monks.
I'm not happy fighting the Falskaar. They are also people of Skyrim. Just wish we could all live in peace.
Yeah. But one of the brothers came out the door while we were looking at it, and...
Good morning.
Morning.
I hope you're keeping out of trouble.
Do you know anything about the increased bandit activity?
Not really. I know they're a growing problem and are all over Falskaar, but nothing else.
They're Ingar's men. He's paying them... Wait, yeah, he's paying them... Come to Amber Creek and help us.
That couldn't be. Unless Ingvar is trying to start another war. Regardless, we cannot help. 700 years ago, Shore saved our ancestors so that we could flourish in this land and absorb its knowledge, not tear it apart with war. We will not help instigate another one with the Orvalders. Of course, we're so loyal to the Orvalders. If it comes to it, we will fight by Kigagnar's side until victory or Sovngarde takes us.
Who built the portal in Molspan?
We aren't really sure. Its location would obviously suggest that the Dwemer people built it, but there is little evidence to prove it. We've seen no signs of this kind of technology in other Dwemer ruins, so we can't do much beyond speculate. The scholars in Vizemondstedt were potentially studying it, but none of their research made it out, so we'd have to start from scratch. Due to the continuous conflict in the land, researching the portal further simply hasn't been something we focused on yet. Perhaps someday, though. Talos guide you.
Okay. Supposed to talk to someone else? Guess so. Aha.
Need something, friend? I hope Talos has been kind to you.
What do you do around here?
I help Brother Thorlo tend to the Priory and keep order in our pursuit of knowledge. Though, I can't say I've done that job very well recently.
What do you mean?
There used to be another prior here, Brother Vernon. While we wanted to research slowly and cautiously, he wanted to rush through, using whatever magical items we obtained without restraint. On top of that, he wished to learn anything he could about magic, regardless of its source. His worst vice was that of necromancy. His ways finally caught with him, and he accidentally harmed 2 other priors. We expelled him immediately from the monastery, and stripped him of his status as a prior. We sent him on his way, letting him grab only a few things from his room. However, we know there was more. We are all convinced that Brother Vernon had some sort of a lair or refuge around the Priory. It's probably a place where he hid things and conducted a lot of his unorthodox research. But we have been unable to find it.
Can I find Brother Vernon's stuff for you?
Really? You would do that for us?
Or I can find.
Thank you. We know he hid somewhere on the grounds, just not where. You can ask around if you have to. Some of the other priors may know something of use. Please, bring me anything of interest that you find. Farewell.
Ebony armor is smart, but I think it looks so...
Need something, friend?
What about you? What do you got to say?
I wish you peaceful journey. Yes?
Do you know where Vernon may have hidden his things?
Wherever it was, I doubt it was inside of the Priory. They aren't any good places. He would want plenty of space to try things. Be careful out there.
Let's look around this place. That's right, it's kind of small in here.
I don't know. I just don't.
Oh, I don't know either, Amelia.
Hello.
Are they offering sweet rolls to Akatosh? Oh, Akatosh, please accept our sweet rolls. Have I talked to you yet?
Hello. May the gods watch over you.
Do you know where Vernon may have hidden things?
Well, he liked to go for walks at night.
Whoa, what the?
I'm not really sure when he found the time to sleep. Sure seemed odd at the time. Fair travel.
That elk is psycho. Come here, psycho elk. Die! Oh.
Now I'm gonna
That'll
get
teach ya.
you. Guess I'm just being silly.
Yes?
Do you know where Vernon may have hidden his things?
He usually spent time around the pond during the day. I'd assume wherever he hid, it would be easy accessible. He was not a man of patience.
Okay.
Be safe.
What about you, Prior?
May the gods watch over
Do you know where Vernon may have hidden his things?
I'm afraid not. He liked to test out various magics, so wherever it was, it would be somewhere that we couldn't hear his trials. May the Nine guard you.
I'm freezing.
You're freezing. It's just a little rain, Vilya. We've been through worse in Skyrim. I will return to Jarl Agnar. Okay. Dreams in Oblivion, search for Vernon's hidden lair. Is there a quest marked into this one? Nope, afraid not.
Adventure is great, but why does it have to be so exhausting?
So, she said around the pond somewhere. Is this what they call a pond? I'd call it a wading puddle.
Have we got some arrows?
What are you doing?
Times are tough.
All I need is some firewood and ingots, and a workbench, of course.
What's this?
Those slender wood elf girls make me feel like a clumsy giant. Not to mention those elegant, snotty Breton girls.
Wait, this is it? You guys couldn't find this? What were you looking? The sky? Well, it sure was hard to find. Okay, there's his journal. Anything else of interest in here? No. It looks cleaned out. Why would you leave his journal? You open the book to read it. A mysterious crystal falls out from the space between some of the pages. You find it, but you place it back in the book. This would certainly be of interest to Brother Arnott. how many pages we talking about here? Yeah. I've finally done it. I've located the long-lost Daedric artifact known as the Dream Crystal. However, I've run into a problem. There's some kind of protective magic shielding it from our world. They are useless to me in this state. Luckily for me, my recent expeditions into the magics of necromancy allow me to meet some pertinent individuals. I will show them the crystals and see if they will help me decode the magics within. I have shown the crystals to my companions, and they are oh, excuse me, and they're as eager as I am to unlock the magic within. There are 5 crystals, so I will be keeping one, and we will be sending off the others to various groups. Not only must we do this quickly, but we must keep them separate. If they fall into the wrong hands, I will never be able to use them. The incantations on them are tricky, but I have faith that we will be able to remove them soon enough. It is then that I will be able to utilize them. I am not yet sure for what, but I will come up with something, perhaps to boost my necromancy and undead servant. Can you imagine joy in that? Ew. Someone to clean up after you, serve you meals, and give you a hand without having to feed or care for them, or worry for any of their happiness. Can't see why anyone wouldn't want such a thing. Would you want some dead corpse waiting on you? That would make me lose my lunch every time. No. Oh, no. It's gross. Or perhaps even boost the local guard. Imagine the power and numbers of having an army of undead at your disposal. That would certainly help settle the conflict in this land. We shall find a use. I am sure of it. The research goes well. We have broken the seal on the crystal, and I am close to decoding my own as well. We make good progress. I have moved my research into a small cavern behind the priory. The others are made uneasy whenever I express interest in such artifacts or study of the undead. I am unsure why. They seem overcautious in their endeavors. This angers me greatly. They are throwing away so much potential. The world could be changed by these magics and study of such arts. Why they must cast negative stigmas on them, I do not understand. Regardless, I will show them. I will unlock the magic of the crystals myself, and I will show them how helpful it can be. I will soon return to Volkrand Keep. There I may begin the practice of using the crystals as we break each seal. I am very excited to use them, as they have already shown great effects. Mind control, adjustment, and even manipulation of the world around the user. Such power must not be wasted. I will not allow it to be wasted. Okay.
I wonder if my father would like one of those horned helmets for birthday present. No, probably not. His friends would laugh if he put it on.
Alright.
Need something?
I found
friend?
Vernon's hideout. This journal was in it. Look at what's inside it.
What is this? Some kind of a crystal. I must do some reading on this. Please, give me a day and then return. I will need your further assistance. Oh, and here, for your time thus far. Thank you.
50 gold. That should
Safe
buy me
travels.
one night at the inn around here. God, it's expensive to stay here. Alright, so we have to wait 24 hours to come back here, so let's... Where'd that quest marker go? No, I didn't wait. There we go. I turned it off, I remember. To see if there was a question mark for the other one. What
I'm
the
hungry
heck?
and I'm thirsty. I think we
It's
should go
causing
to the inn and
that.
have a nice meal.
That's some weird glitch.
I don't know. What's the point in running around doing things all the time? Why not just enjoy life a little?
What, you don't enjoy this video? I like the way this land looks. It looks more like Cyrodiil
My sister's
than
afraid of
Skyrim, and I like that a lot.
Glad I'm not, considering the kind of places you take me to. I don't think Ayla would train me in marksmanship again. Last time she did, that poor guard took an arrow from me in his knee, and then he got mad at her.
Let's see if there's anybody at this farm. Ah, yes.
Do you need something?
How's your farm doing?
Alright, I suppose. I've had some problems recently with my cattle running off. The latest bit has gotten rather serious. I'd pay you to handle it for me.
Very well. What would you have me do?
Wonderful! You look able-bodied, so this shouldn't be too hard for you. Lately, my cows have made a nasty habit of disappearing randomly. It took forever the first time, but I eventually found them in a cave far to the north. They went missing again, and I found them in the same cave. The strange thing is, the cave had some kind of crystal set up. I always just got my cattle and left quickly. However, this time it's more serious. When one of my cows went missing, I headed off to the cave, but I got there only to discover that the cave is now crawling with necromancers. They must have something to do with the crystal, and my cow. I need you to go to Warm's Edge Caverns, far to the north, past the Horgunner's cabin. Send my cow home, and put a stop to this once and for all. Just prod him, and he should start heading back. Don't worry about escorting him. He knows to stay on the roads. I'll be in your debt if you do this for me. I could even give you some of the fine meat I make from my finely raised cattle.
Fair enough. I'll ask about his beef when I get his cow back.
Safe travels.
What about you, miss? Or Mrs.?
If you're looking to trade with me, you'll have to wait until I open my stall in town.
What are you grinning for?
Can I help you with anything?
I need someone to find a trade caravan that never got here. You see, Oddman tends to the farm and I mostly make clothing. I then sell it in Emma Creek. Normally I get shipments of cloth and other fabrics of high quality, imported all the way from Cyrodiil. Without them, I can't make anything but the most basic garb. I sent a courier to Borfall to inquire about the caravan containing my goods. He returned later that day with news that it had arrived there on schedule and later departed for Emma Creek. But it never arrived, which means something happened to it. Search the road between Emma Creek and Borfall, would you? Certainly the caravan is somewhere along the way. If you can find it and find my materials for me, I can start working again. Please, let me know if you get my materials back from whoever took them.
Okay. I knew there'd be some quests on this farm. This is cool. You never see that. I've never seen this in Skyrim. Just some cattle out in the pasture. There should be more of this.
At times like this, I'm so glad that I decided to
I mean, I
go
can't
to
believe that
Skyrim.
anything like Skyrim is very good for raising crops. Well, maybe out of Skyrim. That's the fantasy world. They did talk about, Julia did talk about like some plants that grew better in the colder weather. But, you know, it seemed like pretty good grazing land for cattle to me.
The worst thing with the Falskaar is that each tribe have their own hag-ravens, and we all know how evil
Yep.
hag-ravens are.
Am I going the right way? So now we got a ton of quests. I gotta say, I'm really impressed with this so far.
Okay, of course we scavenge even the clothing of dead bandits, but for goodness sake, do wash them.
Don't
and
worry,
put
we
your
don't wear
boots
anything
on.
that I don't craft. It's all really well done. Everything's custom voiced. That's so. It's more well, in Skyrim modding, everything seems to be voiced, which is good. It's a nice change from Oblivion, where rarely things are voiced.
You look tired.
Like
Don't
custom
you think
voices
we
for
should
even the
take a break
bandits and
soon?
just custom everything. It's just freaking awesome. So I think
Have you heard the stories about the headless huntsman who's roaming Skyrim at nights?
that's just nonsense
Scary,
talk.
isn't
Yeah.
it?
Okay, I'll talk to the Jarl and then we'll end the video.
What did Brother Thorlo have to say?
The monks know nothing and won't help unless Ingvar directly instigates war.
Unless he instigates war. He sent men to kidnap and interrogate one of our people, and he blankets the land with his mercenaries. Is that not a declaration of war? Very well. We shall work without their help. For now. I need you to do something else for me. Bandits have overrun the docks, and have cut off trade with Skyrim. Please, go to the docks and kill all the bandits. Then talk to Hendrik. He runs the trade store there. Ask him if he learned anything helpful while the bandits were there.
Alright. Now we had to do that anyway to get back to Skyrim.
Why don't we just
So,
take it nice and
I don't
easy
know
one
what we'll
day?
do next. It probably won't be clear out the bandits, because it's clear over there. Yeah. Alright. I think we'll end right now. We'll end this episode right now.
there.
Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you guys later.